Here we are, guys, last roll of the day. Got Scuba Steve on top in side control, and here I am on the bottom. Looks like I'm just checking his hips and creating a frame defensively. Getting him down on my hips on my power. Once I do that, his near side arm, I kind of push it across his body and then roll him over. It's when you get swept like that, it makes you feel like a white belt. Here defensively, Steven lifts his head, and I'm able to get my knee underneath his neck. That's always bad. You want to maintain posture on the bottom. He just starts tapping as I have that head arm isolated in my legs. Like his left arm is in no man's land. That's never a good start. So we broke early before I'm putting the screws to him, and we just keep going. I'm starting in Steven's guard here. And when I'm usually in guys' guard, I just kind of wait for them to do things. Like, of course, keep your elbows and hands off the mat as much as you can. But when they break their guard, that's when it's time for you to create a wedge. I got the left foot forward, kind of underneath the butt, so he cannot manipulate my balance. And his left leg, as I'm going to bring it below my hips, there it is, and it gave me a clear path to be able to shoot here for the back. Usually I jump into triangles and arm bars, but as he turned into my leg there, it exposed his back, so I think I'm showing him here. Yeah, I'm showing the progression here of how it, of what happened. And this is what it's all about. It's all about showing these guys any mistakes they're making, filling in the holes.
Don't worry about the clock, Andy. We're just going to roll, okay?
Okay.
Here it is. Steven's on top now. Now it's up to him to break the guard. I don't really do too much of a closed guard. I like to get my butterfly hooks underneath. Quickly, there it is. You see I start this underneath. But he didn't put enough pressure on me. I like my guys to keep pressure. The game we play here, if you're not putting pressure on, enough pressure, and your opponent gets up, then you start on your back. We just want to keep top position all the time. We don't want any easy ups, and this is the result. Now you start on your back. Again, I start building up that base. Once the leg's open, there's the wedge, staying tight. As he brings that leg up on my shoulder, it's just a quick pass. Looks like I'm going right into a cradle here, and I bring my knee in right in below his ribs just to kind of grind, and then I start pulling him up toward me. And then once I do that, there it is. I switch around really quick. I love going for that knee bar and isolating that leg. His hand was there. I was a little too high. I would have liked to have been lower on the hips, but the hand was in there instead of me starting to really adjust my posture and putting pressure on that knee. He's just like, let's keep going. And that's what it's all about too. It's all about staying healthy. Usually, we're warmed up, the last roll of the day, and sometimes you're questioning, should we be rolling? Like, you start getting fatigued, and injuries happen a lot then too. That was a nice little armbar sweep, and then I tried to finish off with we're both in a double head arm wrestle control, and yeah, he just out wrestled me there. That strength. Here, look at my hands here. My left arm is at his hip, and my right arm is creating a frame. And I want to keep him down to my hips where my power's at. Now, my right arm, could be, if you leave it out in no man's land, that's basically out in front of his face, you can get caught with Kimuras and Americanas and just those strongman arm locks that are out that one side. But if you can put it right behind their head, like in the top of their back, like that's the toughest place for somebody to reach on themselves. And so defensively, you're pretty safe. Again, a little bit of frame across the throat to try to ease up the pressure that he's putting on my head. He's doing a pretty good job of pressure here. But then he gets a little high. You need to check the hip, because then that's what happens. I spin. Ooh, it looks like I caught a reverse triangle here, and his arm is actually caught in. So it's not choking, but it's stranded. And then I'm going for a straight arm lock on that other side. And then it was a verbal tap.
More? Pretty good.
think we're at the 5-minute mark here.
I'm fine. Doing good.
And Steven's a stud.
Keep going.
That's why we call him Scuba Steve. Like, we can go all day, and he actually gets stronger as the day goes on. Today was just a day where I was very efficient with my energy, staying small, and he was doing a lot of wrestling, so I was just trying to implore movement and basically cooking my guys from the bottom. So I felt that even though I was on the bottom most of the day, I was very fresh from there.
You're not on the attack zone, then don't get sideways to me, okay? All right, good.
And we are a little real-time lesson. Looks like I'm giving them. There's no secrets. We always want to give as much information as possible. I want these guys to progress, and we want to correct any mistakes now. Steven is side control again. Of course, same as always. Keep your near side forearm on the hips. Get your legs back in the fight. Boom, quick little spin around. And immediately right to an underhook. So I'm trying to pull him up over me. See if I got these butterfly, full butterfly. He's trying to pass. Single butterfly half guard here. Foot on the hip. I try and go for a triangle there. Yeah, I'm only able to go for stuff like that because I'm pretty flexible, so it's important that you warm up and you have a good range of motion. I mean, the bigger your range of motion, it just gives you offensive options and defensive options as well. I mean, it's harder for guys to catch you in subs if you're really flexible, have a big range of motion. I'm going to go for an underhook on this near side leg. I'm going to keep this elevator hook. I start pulling him across my body. And he recovers. He's going to bring himself back to center, but then I just clasp my hands together. I have a cradle here and know that I'm manipulating his balance. You got to mind your balance and top all the time. That's why on the bottom you want to be a ball, but on top you want to kind of smash in with your hips, and you want to be as straight as possible. Oh, I tried to go for a leg lock there, and that's just an odd position to go for that leg lock, but it's cool to do those odd positions and go for subs, and I just gave him top position because I wanted it and I missed it. But it's cool to do those weird progressions and go for things that are odd, because that's how you catch guys. That's how your game gets good. You want to surprise them. You don't want to do the same progressions and slow entries because everybody's doing that. And here it is again. Look, just random. I shoot up and I'm able to catch the head here, almost a triangle, but an arm bar. Fun. Thanks for watching, guys.